All right, moving on. We've got Mike White talk. We made a video about this guy about a month or so ago. Should he stay? Should he go? We don't know. Mike White. We lost Texas A&M by 1 point last night. It was brutal. And now we are on the bubble of not making the tournament for the first time since 2015, which was Mike White's first season where we made the NIT tournament. Ever since then, we made the tournament, except 2020, obviously. It was canceled. We went to the Elite Eight the second year and haven't gone past the round of 32 since then. And now our backs are against the wall. We have 5 games left, I want to say. 1 against Auburn, probably the best team in the country right now, arguably. Another one against Kentucky. Kentucky's always a beast. Now, we play Kentucky well at Kentucky. They're coming to the Swamp, Billy Donovan's court. So there is a play there that they could get that W. And then we got like Georgia, I think, and Vandy. So it's somewhat not easy. It's not easy at all. But I'm pretty sure we have to, if we lose against Auburn, we have to win out plus another game in the tournament to get in. And go ahead.
No, I'm hearing you out. I'm hearing you out. Like I feel this skepticism in your voice, and I get it. I mean, look, if you're looking at the bubble of 4, the first out, the first in, right now you would have to think that Florida's sitting on the bubble of the first out. Now, they have 2 tough games coming up, Kentucky and Auburn, like you mentioned, but you have 2 other games that are winnable for Florida. You got Georgia, that should be a laydown, and then you've got Vandy, which I don't know what Vandy's schedule or record looks like this year. But the one thing that Florida
Tennessee
has,
too.
Oh, Tennessee,
I think one more, yeah.
But the one thing that Florida has for them in their back pocket are those extra games in the SEC championship. And if you can have just a decent showing in the championship, especially for the SEC, because it does get a lot of publicity just from the name recognition, I think if you can win a couple games there and look like you're playing well, that could be what puts you over the top. Now, right now, it looks like you might be on the outside looking in. But that being said, I don't think that it's a foregone conclusion that you're not going to see the tournament.
Really?
I mean, look, it's a tough road to hoe.
I think so. What's frustrating is that we even have this conversation. The SEC, I mean, it's tougher, I think, than it has in years past. But it shouldn't have been this close, in my opinion. So the question, everyone's starting to kind of raise the flag again. When I posted the video about a month ago, should we fire Mike White? It was very 50-50. I mean, they had the people that have been hate Mike White since the beginning, and then you got the people that are kind of committed, and that's where Muddy Waters and Zach are kind of getting like, who do we replace him with, right? Who do we go after? Muddy Waters is saying Joakim Noah, give him a shot. Look at Juwan Howard, Penny Hardaway. A lot of former players are killing it in recruiting. That's actually some pretty good ideas. I love Juwan Howard, Heat guy, so he played for the Miami Heat. I loved him with the Fab Five. I think Juwan Howard's great. Joakim Noah,
he's at Michigan, right?
He's from Michigan, yeah. Is he there now?
No, is he at Michigan?
I think he might have, because he was a coach, so he played at Miami, and then he was a coach at Miami for a while.
That's what I thought.
And I think he recently left to.
If he left, then that's an opportunity for sure.
He left Miami. I don't know where he's at currently. Let me see where he's at. Yeah, he's the current head coach of the Michigan Wolverines. He's not leaving that job.
No, he's not leaving his alma mater.
No way. Yeah, he loves that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, look, Joakim Noah, I don't know on that one, because again, Zach was asking, who do we go get? And this is where the argument came, because what Mike White has done is he's done a good job at recruiting. Surprisingly. The problem is it's coming down to, and he does a good job of pulling guys out. Last year, his big thing was like, hey, we're too soft, we're not strong. So he went out into the portal, got some big, strong guys, right?
Yep.
And now we're halfway through the season, and that soft narrative is coming back up again. The other thing with Appleby was better before he came to Florida. So is it a Appleby issue, or is it a Mike White issue? Is it a coaching issue? And that's kind of where I think a lot of people are starting to get pissed. Look, this is kind of the Gator Nation right here. If we don't win, we get pissed. It doesn't really matter what's happening outside. If recruiting's well, if winning is not there, it's all mayhem. And again, we've talked about this. All that college coaches have to do to keep their job is make the dance. They can lose first round essentially every year. If they make the dance, their job is essentially secure. Yep, and he's made it every year. They haven't had a great showing at all. They've only made it to the round of 32, besides the one year they went to the Elite Eight. But The dance is tough. Everyone knows that. We just want to see our team in March and not in the NIT.
Speaking of the NIT, it's a solid parlay into what FSU basketball has done this year, which is a 6-game winning streak. Looked great. Lost our 3 best players, our senior players, and then went on a 6-game losing streak to put us almost completely outside the. We're not even on the bubble talk. Like
so bubble talk. Where is Florida with the bubble talk?
They have you on the first 4 out.
First 4 out. Okay,
yes.
So look, I don't think
you have a shot to get in. That's what I'm saying. If you win your Georgia, your Vandy, maybe stay competitive against Auburn, and then look good in the tourney, there's no reason to think you're out.
I would love to see Florida play in the first 4. I think I've never seen that happen before, and it would be cool because like LSU was there last year, that 8 and 9 seed, and LSU made a run from that. Or it wasn't LSU, sorry, UCLA. My bad, UCLA. To see kind of that playing game, we get an extra game. Like it'd be kind of cool to see. So I wouldn't be mad.
You need the practice. You know?
Yeah, I would look. We need the extra game. A couple questions. Man, we got a lot going on here. Sorry if we missed some of your guys' question. Mama says hi.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, always got to get her in there. Man, Zach Whitefield, Appleby is a ball hog. Muddy Waters, Mike Miller. Another great suggestion there. I love me some Mike Miller. Again, another Miami Heat guy. One shoe Mike. We were familiar with him. Even Ricky.
Do you guys want an alumni to run the team? I mean, I know the concept of an alumni coming back to do like a Juwan Howard and be like the coach and all these things. And Juwan Howard's done great. To Muddy Waters' point, he went to the Elite Eight last year. As a matter of fact, Michigan was good. Michigan has knocked FSU out of the tournament 2 times in a row. And to put them into the Elite Eight. We lost both of those games. But that being said, I mean, do you really want I like the nostalgia, don't get me wrong, but it just feels weird to always just say, who's the next head coach, and you just kind of go down a roster list from 2001. It just...
I mean, look, FSU had an opportunity to do that and hire their guy, and they didn't, and look how that's worked out for them.
Hold on, that's a future plan. It was in the booster meeting. This is a long play.
Sure. So look, I think Mike Miller would be a good pull. And again, that's always the question, right? Who do they hire? Who do they go after? And I said that when we were going to fire Dan, right? It's just what's next. I mean, it's sometimes scarier of what could be out there than what we have now. We know what we have, right? So it sucks, but it could be worse. And if we fire Mike White, could it get sloppier? Could it get messier? I don't know. To me, I would like a former player. I think that who's played in big games. Mike White's done that. And right now, Muddy's saying he's an assistant coach currently. So, look, it sounds crazy, but I don't hate it. I like the idea a lot. I really do. Ricky here. What did he say? Can't wait for parlays next month. Absolutely, we love the parlay bets. Yeah, Joe says time to move on from Mike White. There are better coaches out there. Look, I think that's kind of where Mike White's not doing himself any favors. I think that's where that narrative, that 50-50 curve, that coin, it's starting to sway over to where we're hating more and more on Mike White than we're loving him. I think that's where we're at now.